Section 1.3 deals with algebraic expressions. Okay, there's a few things to know when you see an expression written like this. There is a name for certain terms here. For example, the constant term is a term that never changes, like plus 2. There's nothing that goes in front of it. It's always going to be plus 2. The numerical coefficient is a number that goes in front of your variable, or the thing that's always changing. That's what a variable is. When someone says variable weather, they're talking about changing weather. So the variable is k. In other words, k is the letter we use to represent some number that we just don't know. For example, if I were to say, I have 5 times the amount of money you have, I could go 5 times and the amount of money you have, even if I don't know it, I can say M is your money. So it's 5M. Now that means 5 times M. So 5 times your money. Now if I say I've got $2 already, and then I'm going to get $5 plus, or $5 times whatever you got, then it would be $5 times however much money you got, or 5 times whatever amount of money you got, plus the $2 I already have. So the $2 I already have stay constant. A few other ways to do it. I could say 5 more than a number. So if I say 5 more than a number, here's my number, and I want 5 more than the number. 5 plus n, or n plus 5. Now if I say 3 less than a number, so here's my number, and I want 3 less than the number. If I say 3 subtract the number, then I would put 3 subtract the number. If I were to say 5 times a number, I would put 5 times a number. Do I have to use n? No, I could use 5x. It doesn't really matter what number. Now if I say 5 times a number, or I say 3 more than 5 times a number, well, I'm going to need 3 more than 5 times a number. So it'll be 5n plus 3. If I were to say 100 divided by a number, I would go 100 divided by a number. Now if I were to say a number divided by 100, I would go a number divided by 100. So you can start by writing whatever the constant term is, and then put whatever it's going to be times the number or divided by the number. So let's look at this expression here. 4 more than a number, well, here's our number, and I want 4 more than a number. I would go plus 4. For the next one, a number added to 4. So you got 4, and then I want to add my number to it. 4 less than a number, well, I've got n, and I'm going to be 4 less than that. Double a number and add 3. So I'm going to take my number, I'm going to double it, and then I'm going to add 3. Subtract 5 from a number, then multiply by 2. So I'm going to take my number, and I'm going to subtract 5 from the number, and then I'm going to multiply by 2. So I'm going to put a bracket here, and I'm going to multiply by 2, because it tells me subtract 5 from a number first. A number divided by 4. So I'll put my number and then divide it by 4. Okay. You can also evaluate the expressions that you're given. In other words, plug in whatever x is for the value of x there. So x right here is 4. So I'm going to put 4 in wherever I see the x in this expression. So I'm going to put 4 in, and then I still got my plus 5. And the answer is 9. I'm going to put 4 in for x over here. So I'm going to have 4 over 2, which, as you know, is just 2. I'm going to put x in for there. So I'm going to have 3 times 5, and then I'm going to have to add 1. So 3 times 5 is 15, plus 1 more is 16. So that's all you do when you're given an expression. You just plug in the value of x and solve your expression. Okay, let's look at a word problem here. It says the cost to rent the gym is $30 plus $3 for every person in the gym. And we have to write an expression to represent the cost of renting the gym. So let's determine what's going to be constant, or what are we going to pay no matter what, and it's not going to change. Well, it says just to rent the gym it's $30. So we're going to have to spend $30. That's the constant. That doesn't change. Even if we don't show up, we still got to pay 30 bucks. Now we're going to pay $3 for every person in the gym. So let's say we don't know the number of people in the gym. I'm going to put down P for people. Okay, and how much are we going to pay per person? It's going to be $3 per person. So $3 times the number of people, and then add your $30 on. So what would it cost if only 8 people show up? Well, let's do it. Let's put 8 in for P, because remember, P represents the number of people. So we've got 3P plus 30. Let's put in 3, and let's put the 8 in for P. 3 times 8 is 24. Plus we've got $30. So $30 plus 24 is $54 it will cost if only 8 people show up. Now, suppose the cost of the gym tripled from 30. What would be the algebraic expression? So, our original expression was 3p plus 30. And they're saying, what if this tripled? So if we times this by 3, our new expression would be still $3 per person, plus not $30 to rent the gym, but $90 to rent the gym. So there's our new algebraic expression.